My brothers and my sisters, it comes down to one of two questions. What is it that you can do for me? Or what is it that I can do for you? This past Sunday we heard from the prophet Isaiah, and Isaiah describes the Lord as willing to crush him in his infirmity, meaning willing to crush the one who would be the Redeemer of all, the suffering servant, willing to crush him so that we might lead long and prosperous lives, free from all the infirmity that suffering servant bore. In other words, that suffering servant was the embodiment of the Lord, and the Lord was willing to take on everything that was wrong with us. He sacrificed himself for us. In other words, the Lord asked the question, what is it that I can do for you? In contrast, in today's gospel, James and John want to share in Jesus' glory. And listen to their question. Their question ultimately is, Jesus, would you do something for us? In other words, what is it that you can do for me? And the Lord responds and says, sitting at my right or at my left is not for me to give. And do you really want to participate in who I am? Do you really want to drink the cup that I drink? Do you really want to be baptized in my baptism? Because if you do, then the question that you ask and must live by is, what is it that I can do for you? And James and John did not understand that. And what Jesus invited them to participate in is his servant ministry, where it's not about what you get, it's about what you give. And in the giving lies salvation, modeled after the Lord God from the prophet Isaiah, who gave his life, modeled after Jesus Christ, who gives us his life, modeled after the saints, modeled after those that we know who model their lives for us. They give of themselves so that others can live. So my sisters and my brothers, let's go back to the question. Is it, what can you do for me? Or is it, what can I do for you? If you want to follow the Lord, if you want to follow Jesus Christ, if you want to be a believer and follower, then you have to be about servant ministry. It's not about the getting, it's about the giving. Have a good week.